welcome to BluLemon Athletics, where we exercise, nourish, and inspire. I'm Crystal, your National Academy of Sports Medicine certified personal trainer, and I want to welcome the journey of creating such a passionate and growing fitness brand to all walks of life, and just how truly rewarding it's been. I'm especially thankful though for the ongoing support of my website members, clients, Patreons, followers, just helping to nourish the overall athletic company through so much support on so many different avenues and levels. So thank you for that. I do want to dedicate this video blog to the importance of hydration, your water intake. I've had a handful of requests most recently just to touch base on a blog with the adequate water amount, the intake you should have, especially in connection or associated to exercise. So here we are. But before we dive into the subject, I want to make sure that I first develop the proper foundation and groundwork, along with the mechanics of the basics on water in general, all without getting too sciencey. We've all heard the expression, you must drink 8 glasses of water a day. However, in all actuality, the amount of how much water we drink is heavily dependent on several factors. Including gender, age, health concerns or issues, your environment where you live, the temperatures outside and inside, where you engage most of your activity at throughout a given day, and of course your exercise activity levels. Are you sedentary? Are you somewhat active, mostly active? So that's also going to depend heavily and weigh in on those factors of how much water you should take per individual. So for years we've heard that saying, but a lot of medical professionals, such as the Institute of Medicine, among many others, are stating that your water intake does in fact depend on several different other factors and variables to include and to consider overall. But with that said, keep in mind that a lot of your daily foods and beverages that you're consuming also have water content. Like your watermelon, cucumbers, beets, carrots, and celery. All of those are water-dense foods, among many others. So that also contributes to your intake. And with that said, water is most essential nutrient of all and is essential in life. So from everything helping regulate body temperature, transporting nutrients to cells, to washing away waste products, and even keeping your pH level well balanced, water is life. Our bodies alone are comprised of 60 to 70% of water, and because of that H2O, it's that our carbs, proteins, and fats are able to transform into usable energy that powers every breath that we take. So you can only survive a couple of days without water, we know that, 2 to 3 max. But also the water molecule itself, H2O, is composed of 2 hydrogen bonded with 1 oxygen. So if you're new to any type of exercise, it's important to consider that if you don't already know, if you're active and moving around quite a bit through a physical workout or session of any kind, you want to make sure that you're hydrated and that you continue to hydrate before, even during, and post that workout. So they recommend 1 to 2 hours prior to your workout to make sure that you're nice and hydrated to perform it at your high peak capacity. So how much water is significant though? How much should we drink if we are engaging in workouts? And well, that typically you want to consume around 15 to 20 ounces, and then in minutes before you engage in your physical activity, it's recommended to consume between 8 to 10 ounces of water. Many health experts are even encouraging hydration of 6 to 12 ounces every 15 to 20 minutes during the workout. But post-exercise, it's recommended to consume 16 to 24 ounces of water, or a sports drink for every 1 pound of body mass lost during that exercise. So experts do say that if you are working out moderately for 1 hour or less, water is sufficient. You really don't need to add in that bonus sports drink. However, if you are engaging in a fairly vigorous exercise for more than 1 hour, then you may be depleting some of your electrolytes, and then therefore you would want to go ahead and grab a sports drink if necessary. But of course, this is dependent on the several factors that we recently discussed, except for adults and children, of course, are going to be two different water intake levels. But overall, for the average adult, again, these are guidelines to go ahead and just kind of base off as an average, typical water intake, diary average. But what I do personally to keep my water intake at a good level is, from an active standpoint, I like to have a water bottle close to me and keep it handy throughout the day. And I can add fresh ingredients into it like lemon or strawberries or limes or cranberries, watermelon, I said, is a very popular one to add. Whatever you'd like to keep it fun and interesting, to keep it to where you're constantly grabbing that water. You're just every few minutes getting a sip, or, hey, it's been an hour since I've had a little drink, let me hydrate myself. You really don't want to go too long without it because your body's working for you on a continuous day. So you want to go ahead and nourish it and give it what it requires. I will say though, when you're thirsty, a good rule of thumb is if you feel thirst coming on, chances are hydration is already beginning to set in. So if you want to go ahead and, for example, get a water bottle that you like, if you're liking, a hydration flask, call it what you will, but something portable that you can rely on to drink within close proximity. You can take it out of the house, you can run errands with it, whether you're going to the post office or a quick grocery or gas station trip. You've got errands to run, maybe you're attending an office meeting, or you have to leave for just a few minutes and you'll be right back going to the post office. It doesn't matter, but you should have your water next to you and keep it portable with you at all times. I know for me, my water bottles, plural, I have several because for me this is almost an accessory now, as hydration has become so important to my lifestyle. That I'll even invest in a couple of water bottles just to keep it fun and different. They even have ones out there that can beep, that can remind you, hey, it's been so many minutes, or it's been an hour, drink me. So there's all kinds of things available on the market. But if you have a favorite color, or maybe you like one that has stickers you can write on, a certain brand that you really prefer. I've seen glass water bottles that are really cool and trendy and hip. It's whatever, but the whole function of it and the whole idea is to keep it close to you so that chances are, if it's there, you'll drink from it more often rather than having to go to the kitchen, grab the glass, fill the water, etc. So each morning, what I like to particularly do every day, 7 days a week, before my feet even hit the floor and I begin my morning routine, I have a glass of water at my bedside, or a bottle of water that I have put there the night prior, and I'll wake up, drink that water down, maybe about 8 ounces or so, and then I'll begin my day. So this is, we're talking before I even start my morning routine, using the facilities, or brushing the teeth, getting coffee, getting breakfast prepared downstairs, waking the kids. They're already up, but getting them dressed, and accordingly, before we do anything at all. So you want to drink that water because you figure your body's been asleep for anywhere between 6 to 9 hours, give or take, so it requires replenishment right away. So that's something you can do to thank your body and to keep hydrated at the same time. Even celebrities are encouraged to hydrate before a makeup session or before they go on any type of screening on TV or shoot a movie or a clip or anything like that, because your skin naturally becomes more radiant, nourished, and refreshed by simply consuming a little bit of that H2O. So it's essential and necessary at the same time. And according to NASM, the National Academy of Sports Medicine, sedentary adults should consume around 2.2 liters or 9 cups, which equates to about 74 fluid liquid ounces of water for women. And then for men without exercise, sedentary, should consume around 3 liters or 13 cups of water, which equates to around 101 fluid ounces. And of course, this is all just kind of out there for the typical non-active individual, but of course we discussed all the different variations and variables that can be included as well for hydration levels on a given day. But this is backed up by years and years of research, and most definitely something great to go off of. Either way, water is essential for life in all walks of life. So recent studies from the dailymeal.com by Brad Davidson, who's a certified nutritionist, he went on to say and recommends that people should consume as much water as half of their body weight in ounces per a day. So this is still used quite frequently today as a method of hydration on a scale. And the study revealed an increase in water aids in boosting your metabolism overall by 7%. So whatever you decide to take from this blog, the hydration blog, just remember that water is also lost throughout the day within your body, whether it's urination or sweating, and adding on exercise to that, overall active lifestyles, your daily activities, whether you're using the staircase a couple of times or you're always on your feet, whatever it may have, you need to make sure that you rebuild your body by giving it what it needs, which is water. And then also a couple of things to look for too. Check the color of your urination. And that sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Your urine is a good indicator of your hydration levels. So you should be seeing a pale yellow color in your urine. And yes, you can even Google urine color charts to get an idea to help determine if you need to grab that extra bottle of water for that day or not. You can drink too much water, which is also something on the other end. It's rare, but it's real. It's called hyponatremia, and it means that the amount of sodium in the blood is lower than normal. So this imbalance of water to salt can occur by overhydrating. So you can actually drink too much water in too many quantities, and you want to be careful of that as well. Just something to kind of look out for and be smart about. But yeah, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone, especially my supporters, fans, members, clients, and Patreons again. This hydration blog, I hope that it was very helpful for you. And at the same time, I'd like to thank my references that I use throughout the blog, the body book, Feed, Move, and Understand and Love Your Amazing Body by Cameron Diaz and her accredited and certified professionals, as well as WebMD and of course NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine, and the HarringtonHospital.org. Thank you so much, guys, and don't forget to click the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video on hydration. Also, ring that bell for notifications, and go ahead and subscribe to BluLemon Athletics, a zesty you with a splash of invigorating blue. Thanks, guys. BluLemon out.